name is Marlene. My husband trapped me down here. Please, you gotta get me out of here.
What do you mean you can't die?
Do you want secrets too? I know things from where he brought me from. I could share them with you.
Talk faster, I'm pouring.
It's a person.
Is it a person?
Esme.
Is it really?
As she's pouring the gasoline, she just starts shaking. So take 1 damage as Esme punches you in the guts and then runs away.
Alright, I went back to the shed to get the ladder.
So Esme, as you're approaching, you see Marlene jump out of the hole.
Oh shit. I am not equipped to handle a fast zombie. We need to get the fuck out of here now.
You need to find this thing. You need to take care of it.
Okay.
I sent you out there to do one job. Lesson 1, always have a gun. Lesson 2, go find it and kill it. She claws at your back and does 3 damage to you.
Thought you might want, something dug up. Like you dug into my heart, and then I hit her with a shovel. Hey, she got me a little bit, but I think I saw her heading this way.
I guess we're gonna go in the direction that Cindy indicated.
Alright, well, I guess we are gonna head out into the woods looking for her.
I knew we should have burned her. I told you.
I'm not a psychologist. I don't know, when you like roll around on the ground and start crying that you haven't changed your mind. I mean, for all I knew, when I set her on fire, you're gonna try and be upset about that. What am I to say? It's like that time in Bottega. That's what I think.
What? Okay.
Alright, so y'all set off into the woods. Yeah, you're able to, you can both make search checks.
Alright.
Search.
Or,
No.
so either you both can make the checks, or one of you can make a check at plus 20 with the other person helping them.
Well, we both made individual checks because you didn't tell us that we had that option.
I'm telling you, you have that option now. So if you want to go with that, you can re-roll.
By that. All right. What's your search score, Tabitha?
My search is at 40.
Okay, why don't you search and I'll help you.
Okay.
So is this like her standing on my shoulders or something?
There we go. So very good. You find the tracks and you're able to follow them. You come across her in a clearing. You see her hunched over what looks to be the body of a raccoon that was caught in a trap. But she's not eating it. She's like poking at it. Like she seems to be examining the body.
So how close are we?
You're probably within 30 yards of her.
30 yards?
All right.
Yep, 30 yards.
30 yards.
If you want to make stealth checks, you can get closer.
All right. I mean, I guess should do that.
My stealth is
real bad.
Oh dear.
So your stealth should not be a 00, John. Your stealth should be at least a 10.
It's not my fault. Can I do it again and re-roll?
Adjust your skill and then re-roll.
All right. Hey,
there you go.
Looks like I did it. I did it, guys.
So Cindy, you start sneaking up on her. And you raise your shovel up above your head. You're about to bring it down, and then Marlene's head...
So I didn't say I was going to attack her, actually. So this is not what Cindy would have done.
So what's Cindy going to be doing?
I'm going to sneak up on her, yes. I'm going to be like... Now, I get within 10 feet or something if I can. And then I'm gonna be like, now Marlene, you need to explain yourself to me.
Okay, so yeah, Marlene wheels
Can
around.
I try and convince her? Like, I'm gonna, like, convince her of something. I don't know. I'm gonna use
What?
my disguise. That's wrong.
No. If you're so, you've attacked her. You tried to pour
She
gasoline
attacked
on
me
her.
first. I didn't do that at all.
You can try to make a persuade, but you're gonna have to critically succeed on it, which means rolling below your skill a double. So an 01 or a 11.
Cause see, like, I feel like I don't understand why Marlene is like suddenly a monster when she wasn't a monster earlier. So I feel like
She
I'm
was a
not gonna sneak
monster.
up on her and smack her.
She was just
What do you mean
lying
was
to
a
you.
monster?
She was lying
She
to
was
you.
what?
She was pretending not to be a monster. But secretly,
I don't want to make assumptions. I want her to tell me that. I want her to tell me that she was lying to me.
She's not going to tell you.
I want her to admit to her failures as a friend. That's what I.
So,
She's not your friend.
So Cindy, one thing that you noticed when you were sneaking up behind her is that spot where you hit her with the shovel. Like, she had a little bit of blood oozing out of it before, but that wound's already closed up.
Okay. So okay, I sneak up on her and I look back at Esme and be like, "What should I do?"
I motion to hit her, which I just did in
Like,
real life, even though none of you can see me.
So then I raise up the shovel and I'm like, overheaded or like side to side, like which way?
I smack myself in the forehead.
Overhead.
And that's the noise that brings Marlene's attention to Esme with that failed stealth roll.
No, what failed stealth roll? Oh, Tabitha.
Esme failed her stealth roll.
Right. So now, okay. So now I'm gonna hit her.
So now that we have multiple people in combat, Cindy, you can go ahead and get your attack off on her, but then we're gonna go in dex order.
All right, I hit her for 3.
For 3 damage, that bounces off of her tough skin.
Little balls.
Well, her tough flesh underneath her soft skin. She turns and hisses at you and says, I knew you were just as bad as Clyde. And then
I'm like, Marlene, I tried to help you. That's I don't need to tell her about.
Well, now she's swiping at your face. How do you avoid it?
Well, I have dodge.
Well, no, she missed you, so.
We're on normal, so we're playing normal,
yes.
So that's a failure. Okay.
Yes.
I've got nimble fingers. I still don't know what that means, but I'm hopeful that lets me like hit her again or something.
Are you attacking her with your dexterous fingers?
Yes.
No, your dexterous fingers are being.
I'm gonna get in there.
You're gonna rip and tear. You're just gonna try and pull her apart.
I don't know. I might grab her hair and like smack her in the head with my shovel better.
No, unfortunately, nimble fingers does not in this aspect give you a bonus.
Oh, okay. So you said we're gonna go in dex order now, right?
Right. So she has. There's a turn tracker on here.
And now we're gonna wait 17 minutes for Jeremy to figure out how to use Roll20, which one would have hoped that the DM would have done before the session had started. That
is far too much to hope in this situation.
Right. I mean, okay. There's a little space sheep. Is that what that top one is?
No, that's that. And
then we've got a black hole sun. And then we've got I don't know.
So, Cindy, what's your dex?
Oh, that's Cindy, me. The top one is me. Oh, it's 70.
It is not 70.
It's 14.
14?
14. 1-4.
1-4. Okay, Esme?
My dexterity is 12.
12. Okay. And her dex is... If I can find where I put it. That which was
Her
Marlene.
dexterity is redacted.
So I was able to put in my number there. So Tabitha,
Yeah.
you should be able to as well.
Okay.
All right.
So this is the order in which we are going. So it's going to be Marlene, and then Cindy,
Well, she just
and
attacked
then
first.
Esme.
So now it's my
She
turn
just
again,
attacked.
right?
That's right. Now, so on your turn, you can. So you get one
I want to like
action.
hold her so that Esme can hit her with the axe.
Okay. Make a grapple check then.
You know, that's what I'm really... Wait, how do I grapple?
That's gonna be pin target is an action.
Oh,
So
Pin
you
target.
have it's unarmed combat.
right. So I'm going to do... How do I do unarmed combat?
It'll
Do
be
I
up
add
in
that
your
as an attack?
skills.
Or
Right.
you can just roll the skill. Either way.
So grapple... I succeeded.
All right, yeah. So you're able to pin her down. Yeah, so you can feel unnatural strength coursing through her as she is going to try to shrug you off on her turn. But now Esme can attempt to attack her with an axe. Or tie her up or whatever she wants to do.
I want.
Douse you both in gasoline and set you on fire.
I mean, as tempting as that very much is, I'm going to try to wrap her in chains.
Okay.
How do I do that? There doesn't appear to be a wrap in chains ability.
I'll say it's unarmed combat, and you've got a plus 20 to it with Cindy helping you out there.
Okay. Cross your fingers. No.
No, that's a success because you've got plus 20, so that's a critical success.
Cool.
Okay. Is that good?
Yeah, no. So you, Cindy pins her to the ground, and you have the chains ready to go, and you start wrapping her up like a mummy in these chains. She tries to break free, but you got a critical. I was thinking of giving her a penalty, but I think
So I do have... I mean, if
I
we're
think-
adding 20, though, is it still a critical?
yes, because her skill is 40, so it's a
Okay.
60, and she rolled doubles, so a 44 at this point is a critical because of the bonus, because you made it an easy task for her.
Oh, I see.
You know what? You did it. I'm not gonna roll. Y'all did a great job capturing her and tying her up with these chains. Now what do you
All
do?
right.
We have to burn
I'll
her.
probably chop her up into bits and then burn her.
No. We don't want this getting into the water system. Let's take her back to the septic tank, throw her back the fuck down in
Okay.
there, wrapped in chains,
All right.
pour all of that
Yeah.
gasoline down in there, and light it the fuck up.
Okay. You know, it's still not her fault, you know?
Okay,
It's not her
that's
fault.
fine. It's not a...
It is her fault, though, that
Volcanoes-
she attacked me. So
Yes.
that's why we're going to burn her.
It's
Yeah.
not her fault that a volcano erupts, but we don't let it just kill us.
Right. So we're going to do what Esme said.
All right. So y'all drag Marlene back, kicking and screaming, to the septic tank. and you push her in where she lands in the bottom with a splash and a thunk. Over the
And
next
now we
few
pour
minutes,
all that gas down there.
you pour 20 gallon or 19 now gallons of gasoline into the septic tank. Marlene is pleading and screaming in terror as
Wait, how is she not underwater this whole time though? Because she's wrapped up in
I mean,
chains.
she stood up.
Yeah,
like she
like
was
a regular
able to get.
person could stand up if they're wrapped up in chains. How good a job did we do
Well-
wrapping her in chains if she can stand
Well,
up?
she's
That's
not a
what I
regular
appreciate.
person.
You
So-
said I wrapped her up like a
Okay.
mummy.
Yeah, you did, and she wiggled her way up.
Okay, well we better
So-
get all this gas in there right quick.
All right, so yeah, you've got all the gas in there.
Matches time. I light it up.
All right, Esme strikes the match and drops the match into the septic tank. Are you gonna leave the hatch open, or are you gonna shut the hatch?
Well, it needs air.
It does need air. Ooh.
Septic tanks
gonna,
have
like-
those like vents and things so that
Let's
they
put
can
the hatch
off-gas.
in. Let's close it.
All right, I guess let's
Because
close
if that
it then.
thing
if it'll
jumps
still
out
burn.
again and it's on fire, I don't know. Let's let it
All
burn
right.
for a little while. Until we're sure it's, either dead or close enough to dead, and then we can seal it back up.
All right.
I feel like
So-
it's gonna jump out though if it can stand up
Yeah.
straight.
There's that.
So I think we at least put the lid on top if we don't totally close it right now.
Yeah. There we go.
So Marlene begins to scream, her shrieking, rising, hideous and horrified and plaintive. And she keeps screaming. The fire is raging below. You can see the light of it through the cracks.
I pull out my phone and I start playing "Follow Your Arrow" by that country singer, as loud as my phone will make it go.
So, yeah, they're screaming. It rises and rises. She screams and croaks far past when her voice should have been silenced by scorching fumes.
Oh,
The
right.
screams become a high, strange whine, unlike anything you've ever heard a human produce. It rises and rises higher and higher until it surpasses human hearing into silence.
Great. So we don't have to take a sanity check, right? Because we're convinced it was a monster.
In fact, not only do you not have to get a sanity check, you are so sure that y'all did the right thing that you can gain 1d8 sanity.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
There you go.
I'm more sane than I was when I started.
Hey, that's
There
good.
you go.
Yeah. So see, if we had burned her alive like 2 hours ago, then you'd be less sane now. Isn't that's good, right?
I guess.
Don't you think that this experience is something that makes you feel more like a regular person? Just a regular person. All right, Jeremy.
So,
what
are
you
y'all
got
gonna
for us?
check in the hatch? Are y'all gonna check in the hatch after the fire subsides?
Sure.
Well, do I still have marshmallows or?
Oh, gross.
You said you had French fries. Is that
No,
a
but
thing I'm not
maybe-
aware of? Do people toast French fries over an open flame?
No, I was looking around for marshmallows. Actually, I wouldn't have toasted marshmallows in this particular situation, probably.
Toasting
Yeah.
marshmallows over a person fire?
Well, yeah, and it's a septic tank, so there's other nasty stuff in there. turns out, there's nasty stuff in septic tanks. Okay, Jeremy, what did you say? Did we want to look around,
Well,
look down in there after the fire's gone out?
Yeah, yeah. If you look
I guess
down
it
in
would be.
there, there does not seem to be any sign or trace of a body left in there. It got so
All right,
uh
that's good.
good.
yeah, yeah. Like
Good.
it there. Well, actually, there's probably gonna be bones. I don't think that fire would have gotten hot enough to turn bones to ash, but
Fire has to get really hot to turn bones to
Right.
ash.
so
Yeah.
if you wanted, I guess you could go down there and get those bones. Or you're both pretty smart. You could just cover the septic tank back up, and no one would ever know that this was here.
Right. Let's
Yeah,
just
let's
sort
do
of
that
hide it.
one.
Yeah. So you'll spend some time shoveling the dirt back over the septic tank and spreading some leaves on top of it to hide what happened there. Is there anything else that y'all want to do here at Clyde's cabin before you leave?
Let's burn that down too.
I mean,
Well,
that's gonna raise
y'all used all the
suspicions,
gas. Y'all used all the gas already, so
Esme.
I mean,
That
we could
is-
just toss
that
a
is
match
true.
at it. There's carpets and things.
I don't think we want to do that, Esme. The family's going to
Okay.
show up, and then there's going to be an investigation if their
Oh,
place
that's
is burned.
fair. Yeah, okay.
So, thinking as we reconfirm that there's, no more Delta Green stuff, and then probably get out of here.
and y'all did say last time that you took the Foot Locker to someone's car.
Yes.
What are y'all planning
Yeah.
on doing with all of that stuff?
Hiding.
Well, I guess
I guess we would hand it over
Give
to
it-
our handler.
Okay.
right.
You're not gonna try and keep any of it?
I mean, is it cool?
No.
I mean, there was the 3 tear gas grenades that I guess Cindy's been juggling. There was the glass orb. There was the reel-to-reel FBI evidence tapes. There is a cardboard box that y'all never opened.
What's in the box?
There was also a knife. The large knife with the bone handle.
What is
Inside
in the
the bo-
box?
Inside the box, you find a neatly folded but very bloody suit.
Okay. Car accident suit, maybe?
Maybe.
You're not supposed to answer that question, Jeremy. That was for Esme.
I didn't answer it. I just reaffirmed the uncertain nature
Well,
of
you
its
said
origins.
Jeremy, we have lived together for years and years. That maybe is Jeremy talk for, yeah, that's right. You got a little smile on your face. You're like,
He does.
I mean, it's supposed to be like 4 in the morning or something, right? So like, I feel like I'm pretty
yeah,
done.
it's probably like close to 2:00 right now.
Yeah. So I feel like we're gonna head into the Holiday Inn. I'm gonna get some more fries, and I'm gonna get a McFlurry, and I'm gonna watch some soaps.
I'm going to howl very quietly in the shower.
All right. So y'all had 48 hours, so you still have another day to blow, unless you just want to contact your handler and go ahead and make your report.
I don't feel like there's
Well,
anything
I mean-
else left to do.
Yeah, I mean, it would be good to know, why this guy knew like dark magic to bring people back to life, or like how did he have some secret I don't
Oh, you
know,
should both make sanity
zombie
checks, by
powder.
the way.
I thought
What
we
for?
did that already.
Uh, because you fought a zombie.
Oh, fought a
So?
zombie.
So it is, well,
Well, I
Oh,
didn't do good on
jeez.
that one.
No.
no, you did not. Okay. Uh,
Damn. I feel like Roll20 does not like success. It feels very heavily weighted towards death and destruction.
I think this game is sort of weighted that way, though. Jeremy's got some dark friends.
I mean, that's very true.
Yep, my dark friends at Arc Dream.
We don't need this turn order thing on here anymore, do we?
No, we don't. Okay, so this is sanity loss from the unnatural. I'm just gonna make y'all lose a D4. I think that the
super.
sand loss
Thank you so much.
the sand loss that's in the book I think is a little bit too high. We'll just do a D4.
And the first one will be for me, I assume.
I mean, you can roll it, whoever.
Oh, do I need to roll it?
Damn it.
Yeah, roll a D4.
Aw.
So, Tabitha, you lose 3, and John, you lose 2 sanity. Now, since you lost this from the unnatural, you get to increase your unnatural skill. Aren't you guys so lucky?
Sure.
I
We can call it
so
that.
lucky. Unnatural skills. Where is that?
What do we increase it by?
Now, I'm trying to look that up right now.
Oh, I see. It's under skills.
Oh, did y'all want to project that sand loss at all? I mean, there's not really much of a reason to right now.
No.
No. I get enough reasons to be set with my mom without additional ones.
While I'm looking this rule up, why don't y'all tell me how you're handling the report when you give the report?
Well, I mean, I would say we found, X, Y, and Z, which were Delta Green things that we got rid of. And then turns out this Delta Green / IRS agent, did some voodoo stuff to bring his wife back from the dead, but then for a reason unclear to us, he immediately locked her up and we had to kill her. So, I don't know.
I don't think it worked quite the way he wanted it to, because while she was sort of animate, she was very clearly not alive. Like, she was in there, but her skin was coming off, and it was gross.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible that, she didn't look quite right soon after, but I mean, she'd also been down there for 20 years, so we don't quite know what she looked like 20 years ago when he first reanimated her. Maybe he looked in her eyes and just knew it wasn't her or something, I guess. I mean, I definitely feel like I would, I don't see any reason not to report, what we found. And then maybe say that, I want to say, should the family be under, observation, the children, just in case they find something that we missed. Because obviously,
yes,
there's some dangerous stuff going on with this dude.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
So y'all think that the family should be under observation?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Is that a problem?
Well, we can put them on our watch list. That's for sure. I appreciate y'all taking care of the situation and not letting it get too out of hand.
Yeah. We what would be nice though is if I get some funding for a cool drone that could have gotten a lot of good use out of a drone in this particular situation. You Delta Green got some funding for that?
We could all wish for more funding, that's for sure.
Yeah, but I'm
asking, going to I'm going to use this situation as an excuse, as a reason to improve my Weapons, knowledge. I feel like there's a thing for that. Artillery? That's
Firearms?
not firearms. Can I do that?
Yeah, well, we can talk more about that. Yeah, you're pretty much done with the debriefing, so y'all hand over all of the stuff that was in the box?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Or did you keep any of it?
No, we'll hand over everything.
I don't see any reason I'd want to keep everything.
Yeah. So right now I'm going to say that your unnatural score goes up by the amount of sanity you lost in that roll. I'm going to look that rule up, but I've thumbed through the book and couldn't find it, so... Hey y'all, it's Jeremy again. Thanks once again for joining us as we release these first 3 episodes of Members of K-Cell. If you like what you're hearing, just let some other people know. Share it around. If you think what you've heard is worth listening to, we'd appreciate it if you let other people know too. So now that we've got the first 3 episodes, we're going to go to a weekly release schedule. We should be able to keep up with that. I've still got a backlog of a few more episodes. We started recording back in October, so we've got about 7 more episodes on backlog, and we're going to keep recording some more. We should be able to keep a good release schedule. If that changes, I'll let you know at that time, but we should be able to continue doing a weekly release schedule every Wednesday morning. Don't forget, if you like what you're hearing, you can see more of our stuff. John's got his website, jonathankush.com, with his different research and film essays. Tabitha has her store on Etsy. Quiet Nova is her store name up there, where she makes little cute and creepy and cool amigurumi items. If you're into that sort of craftiness, she also sells patterns, so... And she's going to be at Comic-Con coming up here at the end of the month. So definitely go and check her out if you're in the Birmingham area over at the BJCC. She's going to have a couple copies of my novel there. So if you want a hard copy, you can pick it up there. You can also find the copy of my novel, The Calling, online on Amazon. A shout out again to the people at Art Dream, who did awesome work making this game. And I also love our intro and outro song, Mission Ready by Ketsa. We do have an email address, so if you want to get in contact with us, you can contact us at membersofkcell@gmail.com. Alright, well, thanks again for joining us. I'm going to let y'all go and get back to it, and we'll be in touch. So now the mission's over. You go home.
Yay.
Yep. We can go ahead and talk about downtime pursuits before the next mission. If you guys want to do that now, that way next time we can go straight to mission. In a home vignette, take stock of what changed for your agent in the last operation. Bonds damaged or broken. Describe how each relationship has deteriorated. So neither of you leaned on your bonds at all, so your bonds are still the same. Permanent injuries. Neither of you got hurt permanently. Did your agent hit the breaking point during the operation? Now's the time for the handler to decide what disorder the agent gains. Neither of you hit the breaking point. If your agent misused his or her contact's authority or resources from his or her day job, describe how actions may have impacted your agent's career. That unfortunately didn't happen this time. And neither of you got arrested. Okay,
I've got a cop car. How'd that happen?
Alright, so you can there are a few pursuits that you guys can follow.
These are listed at the bottom there, right? I like the stay on the case one. I'm wondering if that's something I could do.
Your agent can spend nights and weekends poring over an old operations evidence and case files. This reduces one bond, other than a bond for Delta Green, by one as you let other responsibilities lapse. I would secretly roll a criminology or occult for your agent. Success means that you uncover some pertinent clue of my devising, an especially valuable one with a critical. Failure means you find nothing. A fumble means you think you found one, but it will turn out to be dangerously wrong. Either way, you gain 1d6 minus 3 sanity in coming to terms with what happened or in obsessing over it self-destructively if the roll means a loss of sand.
Alright, I don't know if I want to do that just now then. A lot of these are losing bonds. I don't know if I want to do that. I ain't got too many bonds in this world.
I mean, you could try to establish a new bond, but
yeah, maybe I want to fulfill responsibility to my mom since she wanted to meet with me. So maybe I'd go and hang out with her some this weekend in her drinking Uber or whatever she does now.
So what's your charisma score?
It's 10.
No, it's so, and your bond with your mom's also at 10, right?
That's right.
So you won't get any benefit from doing this then. In fact, rolling it, if you fumble, you'll actually lose.
Right, I'd have to get a critical success to have a sanity increase. And that's the only possible benefit. Yeah. But everything else is losing bonds, right?
So you're not losing the whole bond.
It just a point.
Yes, it reduces the point off the bond.
Right.
So while you're deciding, Esme, you wanted to work on improving your firearms skill, right?
Yes.
Okay. So how are you trying to boost your firearms skill? Like in game?
I'm going to take a class on the weekend.
Okay. And which bond is this reducing?
Probably my husband, since it's cutting into his weekend time with me. He wants to go have tapas with one of our mutual friends, and I told him no.
Yeah, so he's a little irked about that. He's also kind of concerned why you're all of a sudden, you want a gun in the house and you want to know how to use a gun, and it's kind of it seemed to kind of come out of nowhere, so he's a little concerned about that.
Yeah. And I don't really explain it well enough for him to feel comfortable either. Okay, so what do I do?
So test the skill, roll firearms.
Okay.
Alright, so you failed. So you lost, so you want to fail on this roll. That means because you learn from your failures. So you've definitely improved. You can add a D10 to the skill. So you can add 5 points to your firearms. So pretty good, right? Going from a 20 to a 25.
Okay. And
so I think I might want to go back to nature. But sorry.
Yeah, any skills that you had a check mark on will go up by 1.
Oh, should we do that now?
Yeah, you can go ahead and do that now. And you're going to go back to nature?
Yeah.
So, how are you spending this time in seclusion?
Just sort of checking out. I spend so much time with computers. Maybe I grab a comic book or something. Oh, I grabbed The Walking Dead. I thought that would be a fun read. So I'm reading The Walking Dead Omnibus Compendium 1, which is
Okay.
Nice weekend read. It's a little depressing, but
I
it's
gotcha.
it's good too. It's good. So what should I roll?
So, so you're gonna gain sanity off of this up to your power times 5. So
Right.
your current sanity is 50. So yeah, you can gain a bonus from this. Okay, so
Yeah.
roll a sand test. Oof. All right, so you curl up trying to read your book, and you're just kind of, your anxiety kind of just creeps in on you. Like, you feel like you should be doing something, and you're just not able to relax during this time. So lose. Oh, you don't lose anything because you didn't fumble, but you didn't succeed either. So unfortunately, it's just a wash. Which bond is suffering from this?
The barman, because I normally would go to the bar on the weekend, I guess. So
What's the barman's name?
he's the barman.
He's just the barman.
Chris.
Chris the barman. And did you
Yeah.
ever come up with names for your parents?
Geez, I don't remember if my mom had a name, and I definitely did get my dad a name.
Yeah. Well, we can check the tapes and we can update it. So.
I don't think I gave my mom a name, so why don't we call her Mary?
Mary.
Yeah, and
Drunk Mary.
what's a good name for a father who also does his own drunk Ubers?
Felix.
Alex. I like Alex. Or
Not
Oliver.
what I said, but we'll get with it.
That was a bad joke. What did you say if you didn't say Alex?
Felix. Like Felix the cat.
Ooh, or Felix from Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah.
And then Mary as Mary O'Donnell or something is the actress who plays the president, who's...
I thought you were mispronouncing Mario.
No. No. Alright. So... did we solve your zombie puzzle?
You solved the zombie puzzle.
So if we had just burned her alive immediately, like, what would have happened then? Would she have gotten
The
out?
world may never know.
Okay. Alright.
The world may never know.
Should I check off, like, the back to nature thing?
I don't know why that's there. Probably, does it, like, roll it for you if you check that? No?
No.
I don't know why. I do not know why that checkbox is there. You don't have to check it.
Alright.
You do need to uncheck anything that went up. Any skills that you tested that failed.
Already done.
Make sure those are all unchecked.
Does my HP go up to full now?
Yeah, it'll be long enough that you've recovered.
Yay. I no longer got slashes.
Wait, this guy was IRS? He wouldn't have a gun for service.
No, but he might have a gun for his zombie wife.
Why would he buy a gun for his zombie wife? I would keep the guns out of the zombie wife's hands.
Jeremy, sweetheart, darling. When I say for her, I don't mean as a gift. It's the same way you keep guns for bears. Not to hand them to the bears. They don't even have well, I don't know, actually, if bears can use guns. That's not my point.
There's probably been cases where bears have shot people.
So here's what I'm going to say.